Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today's video is going to be a replay analysis. This is Diamond 2, Division 2 or 3, and we got Celakk, even though his name is Femboy Fan, because he lost a bet. So, very unfortunate, but at least you didn't lose this game, so it is not a total loss. Alright, so let's jump into it and see what he does. Actually pretty close. You don't need to flip there. You're just helping the enemy team. Okay, good patience. Nice. No need to flip there. It's pointless. Alright, good. Good positioning, though. Very good positioning. You don't need to wave dash like that. Because realistically, bro, think of it. Like, why are you jumping like this? Like, what's the wave dash for, right? Why are you trying to gain speed? Just drive, right? And you're on the ground and you're ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Rather than being caught in the air like that. So just be careful when you do it. The musty. Oh, we almost got the musty. Close. Alright, good. They messed up. Your teammate's there to capitalize on it. It's good stuff. So far, nothing too crazy. Okay. That's fine, though, because you went for a block. Okay. You should definitely control this ball more. Right? You see how... Look, he's not even... You can tell, from your point of view, he's facing the goal. So what ends up happening is, he's inviting you to go closer. So take the chance to do a quick... 50 right here when you're so close to the goal, right? You're so close. A lot of the times you'll be surprised if you do a really good 50, meaning you hit the ball with the side of your car, so you have more of a wider surface area rather than just the little nose. You might be able to get the ball around him and it might go into the net. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I've scored plenty of times doing that. So when they're giving you space, you definitely have to use it. Okay, this is a double commit, but I really wish you just stuck to what you were doing. Like, look at this. You double jumped up towards it, and you're starting to boost towards it, and then you give up. Probably because you think, you know, I'm pretty positive it's because you saw your teammate go up for it, which is fair, but however, dude, like, since the ball's in a dangerous position, I would rather you double commit here. Because look, your teammate misses anyway. So, from his perspective, yeah, he could have definitely went. You didn't have to go at all, because for you, the ball is like almost over your head, right? Look at it from your perspective, right? Look how high up you're looking. This means that you're awkward. He has an easier time reading this ball. Unfortunately, he sucks and he missed it. So, honestly, if you were just to go after it, you should have just kept going, because you probably were going to hit it. Okay, this is bad. You know what's fun? You know what's funny here, dude? You're probably looking at the ball, but this whole time, I was looking at the opponents, right? And look at them right now. What are they doing? They're literally doing nothing. They ran away. So why are you hitting this ball towards them? You're like, oh, here you go. I'll give you the ball so you have a chance to score on me. It's not a good idea, right? Why don't you just take it down, right? Just let it fall and take your sweet time with this, you know? The ball's going to bounce out, so just dribble it. You know what I'm saying? Just do that. You need possession time. Possession time is key. The more time you have possession, the more likely you're going to score. Because think about it. If you want to score, you have to have possession of the ball first. All right. I think you could have. Yeah, you didn't. You definitely didn't need to flip into this. Honestly, dude, just let it go back a little farther, but you can catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it bounce, right? Instead of hitting it over here immediately, let it bounce a little bit more, catch it, and then do like a dribble play. Because again, you're just giving away the possession. That hit does literally nothing. The only time this would be good is if you get a pinch into their net, or at least in their corner. But realistically, when the ball is going this way towards the wall, it's obviously going to go back out towards the middle. So this is what you basically did a very minute. You can see the line here. It's a very tiny curve. You didn't do much. He's waiting over here anyways. So you overcommitted, and they're able to set up some kind of play. And look what happens. You get scored on, right? Okay, you probably couldn't have been scored on. You definitely had the right idea here. You just failed the ceiling challenge. You definitely could have hit this, actually. But either way, this whole play happened because you hit the ball away here. See, this is how scary this game is. All because of a decision here, right? This whole play happens. All of this happens because of what you did, like, 10 seconds ago. So this is why I'm saying, you really gotta understand what to challenge and what not to challenge. So, a good way to fix this is by playing more relaxed, right? Understand that nobody's going after this. No one's challenging, right? Take your time. You're in the lead, too. Look at your points. You're 2-1. There's no need to score anymore. Realistically, you should try to keep the ball away from them as much as possible. Stall time. Who cares? The games are actually faster if you stall time, because the more you score, the longer the match is. You should get these games over with, either by a forfeit or you stall time when you have a lead. So just remember that. That challenge needs work. That landing was a little bit rough, but it's alright. Okay, good positioning here. Right? Okay, you didn't challenge that, which is nice. Nice beat. Excellent. Let him go. Perfect. See? Okay. Right here is scary. You see your teammate running after this. Right? To be fair, he's doing it because he thinks you can't catch up to it anymore. Right? You hit this ball really far. He saw you just got bumped. So he thinks you're not going to be able to score this. You know? So it's good that you let him go. I've seen other replays where, of lower ranked players, like Plat, where they kind of just double commit with their teammate rather than just letting him go. Like, this is good. You let him go. You know, be the better guy and just let him do his thing. That's actually a great habit you have there. Oh, it's so close. Okay, I don't like this challenge. You get scored on here because of it. Yeah. The reason why is because you challenged too early. Believe it or not, this isn't dangerous. You're challenging because you feel like you have to challenge because you're first man and your teammate's behind you. But look what he's doing. He's not even close to helping you out. He's too busy humping the wall. And he lets this guy get closer because because there's, you know, there's space to use. By the time he hits the ball is already, like, so close to the net. So, if you want to prevent this from happening, you should fake challenge. Right here. Turn around and let him go into the corner, because you're standing over here, right? You're moving like this. He's going to have to go over to the corner. Why would he cut in? You know? Use the fake challenge to bait your opponent to either flick the ball away or move him into a position where he can't score anymore. That's all you need to do. And since you fake challenged, you'll still be over here somewhere rather than being all the way back here. So, you can actually react to this better. So, just keep that in mind. Always prioritize fake challenging. Or if you want to hit the ball, you just simply, like, drive into it and then quickly turn around with the power slide. At most. But for the most part, I would stick to fake challenging. Because remember, his positioning, he was so far away when you challenged, right? He wasn't gonna slingshot the ball into the net. There was no way. Let's look at his positioning again. I know I'm backtracking, but look at this. How, with this positioning, he can't even hit the ball that hard. He literally can't. He can power slide cut into you, but that's not going to lead into a goal. Because look how far this is. Your teammate can surely stop that. So this isn't dangerous. And since you dodge into it, you're screwed. But you're not aware of how much space you really have, and you have to use it. Not everything deserves to be ego challenged. Okay, this is bad because you rotated wrong. Understand at this point the ball is moving too fast. So just bail out of there, meet the ball in your corner, right? You know where it's going to go. It's clearly going to the corner. So just do this. Ready? Watch this. Turn around here, go wide, and then catch the ball and flick it over here. You know, like move it over here. Look how much space you had. He's all the way over here. It's insane. You could have gotten an easy goal out of that. It's amazing how, you know, game sense is important, and stuff like that is what's holding low-ranked players back. You don't realize how much more opportunities you have, but you keep taking the most obvious and quickest route to everything, and sometimes it's not the best. This was a good play here. Although I wish you didn't flick this. This was pointless. You know, he wasn't going to reach you anyway, so just keep driving, and then, you know, maybe you can hit it in somehow like that. Because this runs a risk. Because what happens if this ball pops up higher? Because that happens. You know? So just be careful with that. But it works out. It's good. It's not the worst play. You just need to work on your positioning and your decision making. Honestly. It's like, when you're off the ball, sometimes you're a little shaky, especially when it comes to your challenges. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what's the optimal way to do things. Oh, it's so close. But unfortunately, you overcommitted. See, this is the thing. Right? You definitely tried to hit this, and I think you could have. You read it wrong. You just slightly read it wrong. It could have possibly went in. It's a very high risk, high reward play, because the problem is, look, now it's a 2v1. Look what happens. Yeah, he just gets slammed with a power shot. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Okay, yeah, see, he misses the boost rather than just going ahead still like this and just getting small boost pads. He can go up the wall here, right? Meet it at the wall and dribble it. You know, he could have done that. That's what a better player would have done. But since he's diamond, you can't trust him. That's what I'm saying. I know this looks tempting, but you probably shouldn't go after this, because you should understand that if you do mess this up, you're going to put your teammate in a 2v1. Think of it like this. What happens if I decide to go after this? If I hit it, that's great. But what happens if I fail? Well, it's probably going to be a guaranteed score for them. So if it's a guaranteed score for them, don't even bother. Because the worst case scenario is so bad that this just isn't worth it. You know? Stick to what's more consistent. You know what's funny? I'm not even making fun of your mechanics. You know, I'm not picking at that. Yeah, sure, you could time things a little better, but I'm not really concerned about your mechanics at all. Look, see, I mean, you can do enough. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? For this rank, it seems to be alright. You know, and this was a good play. Good control. Yeah, nice. So, you start realizing when you climb higher in the ranks, mechanics becomes less important. And I know probably people are going to say, like, what are you thinking? Mechanics is so important. You know, it's not so important, but it's important. See, the thing here, listen to this. The only reason why mechanics is important is because it allows you to do what you think of doing. So, for example, let's say for you, you want a double flip reset. Well, since you're diamond, let's face it, I don't think you can double flip reset. So it'd make you look like crap, and then you'd mess everything up, right? At the same time, a double flip reset is pointless, you know? what's the difference between a double flip reset and a flip reset? I mean, they're both tricky. As long as you use it right, it's fine. But the funny thing is, in the higher ranks, yeah, sure, mechanics is better than the average of the previous rank. But the thing is, people keep forgetting this one component that also improves. How smart they are. If you're just too stupid, you're not gonna win any matches, despite you being mechanical. I'm sorry, but I'm on the side where game sense is much more important than mechanics, because mechanics is realistically very easy to train. It's something that you can just do in a free-to-play lobby and just do it for hours on end. This game sense stuff, you can't. The only way to train game sense is by consciously playing, and sometimes you might feel worse, because consciously playing just feels weird as hell, and it sure does. I mean, when I do it, it's definitely weird, for sure, but if you get used to it, you'll literally start seeing insane results, because you're going to stop yourself from doing petty mistakes, and it's going to save you a lot of frustration later on, too. So, prioritize how smart you are and how you play versus what your mechanics are. Like, this was a bad idea. See, this is stupid. Like, hate to say it, but this was just a bad choice. You have 18 boost. You see him ahead of you. He's on the wall. He's closer to the ball. The ball is bouncing towards him anyways. You see how many reasons why this is such a bad idea, but you didn't even... You probably did not even think of that. You blindly went after the ball because you think you can do some cool little air touch or something like that. No. It's a mentality like that is what gets you scored on and lose. You know what I'm saying? And I know it sounds harsh, but it's the truth. You know? You low-ranked players need to realize this. Make things easier on yourself. Be honest with yourselves. You can't hit the ball as great as you want to because your mechanics are not there yet. That's fine, but you can help that out by being a smarter player. Believe it or not, you can touch the ball a lot better if you just position right. You know what I'm saying? Rather than ego challenging everything. Alright, so... yeah, this is good on you challenging that. Your teammate was screwed anyways. Alright, this is good positioning. I don't like how you're flipping around all over the place. Again, you're flipping to get over here, but you can just drive. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn the pacing of the game. This flip is pointless. You know? This is so pointless. Because look, you hit the ball up. Okay, this works. Never mind. Because what can happen is, what if you flip and then you end up missing the ball? You know what I'm saying? Like, flipping commits you to a play. You don't want to do that. You could have done the same thing if you just drove. You know what I'm saying? It would have felt less awkward. For sure. Oh, nice play. See? Mechanics is somewhat important because you can fake out dumbass players. For sure. See, you may think, oh, I scored this because I'm mechanical. Actually, no, you're wrong. Sorry. I hate to say this, but you didn't score this because you're mechanical. You scored this because this guy's a dumbass. Watch. Let's make fun of this guy. So, here's the true reason why mechanics is so irrelevant. If you know game sense, if you know exactly what the opponent is going to do, let's say a hypothetical situation. You can't every time, but I'm just saying hypothetically, right? If you know what the opponent is going to do, where he's going to hit the ball, right? How hard he's going to hit it. You know which type of mechanic he's going to use, and you know, let's say for example he goes for a flipper set. You'll know exactly when he's going to flip or he's going to fake it. So you can challenge it effortlessly, right? You see how broken you sound? How can he counter that? If you effing read their minds, it's broken. Who cares if he's a mechanical god? If you know what he's going to do, you can just take the ball away from him. You know what I'm saying? So here's a perfect example of that. He doesn't realize you landed on the ceiling, right? Anybody who's played this game knows the ceiling gives you infinite flip, as long as you don't jump off the ceiling. Right? But you jump off the ceiling. But anyways, it doesn't really matter because you still have a flip regardless. So you have a flip, right? He knows you hit the ceiling. Well, actually, he doesn't know. If I was in his shoes, I would know you have a flip still. This looks like he messed up, and to a low-ranked player, this looks like a great opportunity to attack this ball. Right? But it isn't. It's too risky. Right? if I was Swooshy, I would just turn around because I know he has a flip. And look what happens. I can turn around. I can go for like a solo play, right? And what if I was so good? I can pop the ball up, ceiling pinch it, double tap. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the only time when mechanics is good. You know, but for the most part, I would just sit back. So if I can catch the ball, like dribble, great. And I can flick it around the last guy. You know what I'm saying? But he's too stupid to realize that this was a bad idea. And because of that, you score on him. It's not because your mechanics was fantastic. Don't get me wrong, this is a good shot, but I'm promising you, dude, like, let's face it. If this was a Grand Champ lobby, I don't think Swooshy would have won after that. I don't think so. Let's face it. I highly doubt he would have. So, because that's how I think. And if I think like that, other Grand Champ 2, 3 SSL players are going to think the same thing as me. And that's why I'm in those ranks, because we think the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not just mechanics alone. There are plenty of Grand Champs or Champ players that are more mechanical than me, dude. You've seen Champ freestylers. They're better mechanically than me, but why are they still Champ? Because they freaking suck and they're stupid. That's why. They have no game sense. And that's truly why you can't rank up, because your game sense is lacking. So, I know I ranted, but this is so crucial for people to understand in the low ranks. It's not all about mechanics. It's about how smart you are and how can you outsmart your opponents. You know, what is the best thing to do in this current situation? That is all you need to do. And also help out your teammate. You know, how can you position for your teammate so it's like a it's a position where your teammate wants you to be. You know what I'm saying? This is 2v2. This is essentially 1v1 with an extra teammate. Right? Most plays in 2v2 are solo-based. So just position where if he loses a 1v1, you'll cover for it. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you're playing 1v1s. Right? The ball goes behind you. You'd be like, man, I wish my teammate would be over there. Well, that's where you position in 2v2. It's literally as simple as that. So that is it for this replay, guys. Thank you so much for sending the replay. I enjoyed analyzing this, and I think this actually shows, not shows, but I think this replay provides, you know, more of kind of like in-depth analysis and kind of like, you know, more game sense focused stuff, more topics on that. So I think this replay will help a lot of people out and not just you alone. And hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. I don't want to come out as harsh or mean. It's not true. I'm saying this stuff because I care and I want you guys to rank up. And it's something that you're going to have to understand if you really want to take this game seriously. So, yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.